happy noon. So today we are going to see one important update, which is from PSI, IRS Candidate Bulletin Information. So before taking your exam slots, before booking your exams, you must go through each and every slide because it's very important. So which was released by PSI. Okay, so we'll just brush up all the slides once. This is uploaded in your LMS portal too, so just download it, and after the session go through each and every slide and you have a complete thorough information right from applying PTIN and up to applying your EA license form. So they have given like index here from the beginning, from getting the PTIN number and up to applying the EA license number too. So just go through this once. And this is a very common introduction that what we will be doing after becoming an EA and what is an EA. All these are general things, and what are all the eligible criteria to become an enrolled agent. Okay, and here they have given two sets of call numbers, helpline numbers. So one is, this is for queries to ask with respect to your examination. This is for examination purpose, and here this helpline number is for getting your EA license, that proud moment. So they have bifurcated this. See, Prometric worked in different way, and this PSI is not very different, but there are few updates in this, that's all. And for scheduling your examination, they have specifically given what are all the conditions required. We as an enrolled agent, we all know that PTIN is mandatory, right? So that is why they have given us obtain a PTIN. And for obtaining your PTIN online, earlier, even including myself, we used to apply PTIN through form W12, but now they have given an additional update stating as you can apply the PTIN through online also. So what happens is, if you are applying your PTIN through online, as per the instructions given, you will get the PTIN within a span of 15 to 20 minutes to the maximum. Because for myself and all, when I was applying the PTIN, I took nearly 4 weeks for getting my PTIN number. So now that is eliminated and you can get it like an instant Maggie. That's it. And for PTIN renewal, as we all know that the end date is December 31st. Before that, you need to renew your PTIN every year. That is mandatory. And scheduling an examination, you can schedule an appointment online, or you can call them with the given helpline numbers from Monday to Friday, 7:30 AM to 8 PM ET. So do not take this as Indian Standard Time. This is US Eastern Time. So as per this time, our IST time falls around 5 PM to 5:30 AM. So this is our timing. So you need to call them if you have any queries between this timing. Okay. Appointment must be scheduled before 24 hours. And we have already discussed about this. Your examination is 3.5 hours, but you will be informed as it is 4 hours, considering your pre-examination tutorials and post-examination reviews. And the testing window is between July 1, 2026 to Feb 28, 2027. And you can test and you can book your exam slots between this timing. And importantly, you will be having 4 attempts in one testing window. Do not forget this. That means you can book with the same examination part paper up to 4 times between July 2026 to Feb 28, 2027. And after booking, similarly, you will get a confirmation mail containing date, time and location. If any information is incorrect, you need to contact the PSI to rectify the same. And if you have not received the confirmation mail before your exam date, if you lose a confirmation mail, you can log into your account and request a duplicate confirmation mail. See, please note all these things, because each and every slide here is very important. At the last minute, you need not rush. Just be prepared. And these are the required IDs. Government ID is must. And I think since you are taking up the remote examination, I don't think so all these IDs are required. See, you are the first batch people who are going to take up the exam from PSI on a remote basis. So you need to share the experience of how PSI is conducting it. All these are general informations, just go through once. And special ID requirements for this is not for us. So don't worry, this is not for us. Examination locations, yeah, if you are in US, you might have certain PSI direct examination centers. For international exam candidates, international exam takers, you need to book only on a remote based proctored examination manner as advised by PSI. You need to take only a remote based examination. There is no in-person testing enough. For Prometric, we used to travel either to Bangalore, Gurugram or Hyderabad, whereas here it is not such. You can take from your home itself. And as I've already told you earlier, you need to have proper internet speed connection, and please check you are free from any electricity defaults, and please do not get into any kind of trouble during that 4 hours testing period. So for that matter, to be in a safer zone, better hire any one good lodge, any one good private place, go there, and please ensure that you are free from any kind of disturbance. No one should disturb you. All you have to do is just be focused to clear your examination for that one particular 4 hours. I would say having your examination by sitting at your home is not recommended at this point of time, because we don't know how this PSI will take and how our electricity will be, and how the how the internet speed will be. So kindly do not take any kind of risk, because it's very important and you're paying almost $317 for one examination. So you need to be very careful. See, 317 per examination, as per INR it falls to 30,000 something, I guess. And for this, while paying your examination fee, please ensure that you are having this MasterCard, Visa and American Express card. Do not use a debit card, particularly no debit cards. Please use your credit cards. Use only credit cards, because there are certain international regulations where they won't allow your domestic debit cards, and ensure that you are turning on the international transaction in your credit card also, and ensure that you are having this kind of payment network, MasterCard, Visa and American Express. Obviously we Indians will be having MasterCard and Visa for that matter commonly, so just use this. No cash, check and money orders are not accepted. And for refunds, testing fees are generally not refundable. In very limited situations such as death of the candidate or duplicate registration, refund will be considered. Any uncertain circumstances proven, the refund will be given. Supporting documentation may be required. Yes, as I already told, please review carefully about your appointment confirmation. Yes, that is mandatory. About your exam part, location and everything will be intimated through your email. You must notify PSI immediately, and if there is any new schedule test. And also remember one more thing. Hope already you people have got your PTIN. How many of you are here without having a PTIN? Is there anyone who is having without your PTIN? Just tell me. If yes, please apply your PTIN and get it done. Because, and also remember one more thing, the mail ID which you are giving for your PTIN, Tarun, please go ahead and apply it as earlier as possible, because PTIN is must for taking the examinations. And remember one more thing, the mail ID which you are giving for the PTIN, the same mail ID must be given while creating an account with PSI also. Do not change your mail IDs. That is even more important, because I have seen many candidates and using Prometric site, they'll be giving a separate mail ID for Prometric, and they'll be giving one another separate mail ID for PTIN. So do not do that. They'll be verifying each and everything. So having your mail ID standard for PSI and for PTIN is very important. Anina, Tarun and Kalpan, please go and apply the PTIN, because PTIN is very important, and without PTIN there is no entry, or you can't even imagine taking the CA exams. And don't worry, you will get the PTIN within a span of 15 to 20 minutes. Only with your PTIN you can able to write your exams. So PTIN is must. PTIN is must. Don't forget this. And for rescheduling an appointment, there are many candidates who will be rescheduling the appointment at the last minute. there'll be many reasons behind it. They won't feel confident or due to any other family situations. So by that time also they are giving a special excuse of how to take up the procedure of rescheduling your appointment. If you need to reschedule an examination for another day, time or location, you must contact PSI. That is one way. And another way is you can do that by visiting this website or by calling them between this time. You must wait at least 24 hours before rescheduling for the same exam part. In general, you may get a refund or cancel a test appointment without forfeiting your test fee if you make the request at least 48 hours from your test appointment. I would say this is one of the wonderful update given by PSI, because in Prometric and all, we didn't had this much of flexibility for the rescheduling things. They have given a very good rescheduling time limit. So if you want to reschedule, imagine if your exam is on Monday, kindly reschedule it on Friday or even on Wednesday or Thursday. Do not postpone it up to the end of the last minute and get it done as earlier as possible. And also one more thing, if you want to get your refund, you need to reschedule before 48 hours, and you can cancel the test appointment too for that matter before 48 hours. So 48 hours is your safer zone. Do not consider this 24 hours at all, because 24 hours is falls at the last minute. You don't know how to take up this, and whether you will be in a confused state of mind whether you will be getting the refund or how to take up this. Do not get into that kind of troubles and all. Just have this 48 hours for rescheduling or cancelling your test appointment. See, any cancellation of your test appointment within 48 hours of your test appointment time will result in a forfeiture of your testing fee. Even if you cancel your examination before 48 hours, you won't get any kind of refund. Single penny also they won't give. So do not take this in a fun way. Please consider this seriously. Any request for a refund within 48 hours of your test appointment will be determined based on all facts and circumstances of the request. You need to tell them why you are rescheduling, and if you're cancelling, you need to tell them what is the purpose of cancelling and why you are in a state of cancellation. All these you need to explain. So if you are booking any date, please ensure that you are very much prepared for that examination date. Do not have any kind of commitments. Just be focused for attending your examination. If you are absent or late for your appointment, see, we don't have any kind of rule for this. Since we are taking remote based examination, we don't have any kind of no late coming and all. So only this applicable for us. Only if you're absent, your examination will be forfeited and you must pay another examination fee to schedule a new appointment. That means what? You won't get the refund. That's all. And that examination fee is gone, and that examination slot is also gone. It is useless. Emergency closings. Severe weather or emergencies may result in examination cancellation. If this occurs, PSI will attempt to contact you by phone or mail. However, you may check the testing site closest to. See, this is not applicable for us since we are having a remote based examination. You can go through this once. This is not much a very big deal. Testing accommodations and all self-explanatory. It is nothing but they are just giving you certain instructions for the accommodation purpose. That's all. Preparing for your examination. Is this clear or do I want to zoom this? Hope this clear, I guess. See, they have given certain kind of instructions for taking up your examination and where you can find your study material and all. They have just given certain key points. That's it. And you can have sample test questions from direct IRS website too. So that is the link here. For exams taken between July to Feb, all references on the examination are to the IRC Code of Federal Regulations as amended through December 31. Unless otherwise stated, all questions related to the calendar 2025, yes. Questions that contain the term current tax are referred to the calendar 2025. In answering questions, candidates should not consider any legislation, codicil, penalty amounts after some 300. See, you're appearing in 2026. That means all the limits and tax laws will be applicable up to December 31st, 2025. You need to consider this period, Jan 1st to December 31st, 2025 is what applicable for your 2026 examination. That is what they are telling. If they are mentioning as current tax year, do not think it as 2026. Just have in your mind it as 2025 is called as current tax year as per IRS for your examination purpose. Clear? And examination topics. I am loving this section because earlier we did not had any kind of hint also, but PSI has given a very good hint. They have detailedly prescribed each and every section and how many questions they are going to ask from each and every topic. This is one of the best, I would say, from PSI because it will give you a rough idea where to concentrate more. See, it is like a blueprint for your examination, to be precise. See, for individuals and all, preliminary taxpayer data, income and asset deductions and credits, taxation, all these they have given. From this, they have given how many questions will be asked also. This is very fruitful and you can concentrate more on more, see, all the chapters and all the sections are important that at the end of the day, but before that, for giving priority purpose, this will surely help you. Just think on that basis. And for business, yeah, this is also same. Don't worry, we need to cover all these things. And for part 3, yes, the same goes. And when you're getting the result also, your result will be in this manner only. They'll just tell you how much you have scored out of 3. If you have scored 2, then you are between 50 to 80 percentage. If you have scored 3, then you are clearly thorough with the topic and that represents 100 percentage. If you have scored 1, that represents you are in the category of understanding between 20 percentage to 40 percentage. This is the breakup criteria given by Prometric, but I don't know how they are going to categorize in PSI, so we need to wait and see, and you need to check for that matter, and you need to explain the same. Okay, so how to take your examination. Taking your examination, you do not need any kind of computer experience or typing skills because just click, that's all. There won't be any kind of keyboard request or nothing. You will be having only calculator and pen or pencil for your rough workings and all, and apart from that you need only mouse to click, that's all. Apart from that, there is no any other requirement. You will get a personalized introduction to the testing system, a pre-examination tutorial. All these will be explained before attempting or before starting your actual examination. You will be given a very detailed instruction. Even this will happen in Prometric also. So similarly, they are following the same. Non-disclosure agreement, must read and agree to the terms. All these are common terms and conditions. Reference material, examinations are closed book. Yes, there's a closed book examination. This is not an open book, so you won't be having any kind of book material or nothing. All the reference you will be getting only from your mind. That's all, whatever you have prepared. Calculator usage on screen will be provided. See, earlier at Prometric, personal calculators were allowed. That means in the examination center they will be giving us a very normal calculator, but now it is not permitted, so you will be using online screen calculator. Even in Prometric also we had this online calculator, but we didn't use it since we had physically in our hand. That was even more convenient for us, but here they are removing that rule and they are giving only online calculator. Scratch paper will be provided, I guess. In person, yes, you will be given a rough sheet for calculating your workings, to do your workings. No personal scratch paper is allowed, and they will be giving you the pencil also at in person, but for remote testing you will not be allowed to use scratch paper and a pencil to take notes. You will be provided with an electronic whiteboard to take any notes. These notes will not be accessible once the remote test is completed. See, they are very precise in conducting the remote proctored examination. Everything is only on screen. You need not move your eyes here and there also. Everything will be in that monitor and you can have your entire control in that screen itself. So calculator will be provided on screen itself and scratch paper will also be provided on screen itself. So there is no option or there is no any room for looking here and there also, so please be very careful. And you need to sit in this way, your hands must be visible to the camera. A webcam is must for you, and you have to prepare all these kind of requirements before taking up the examination. So as per PSI instruction, they will be looking your hands also. Your hands must also be visible to them. Entire thing up to here, up to your chest and along with your hands must be visible. Break structure, yes. how the break structure would be between 3.5 hours. 10 minutes break. To schedule 10 minutes break. Yes, after completing one section, you'll be having 10 minutes of break, but here they have given us to schedule 10-minute break. I don't know how they are going to bring it up, because in Prometric we had only one break time, that was around 15 minutes, but here they are telling us to schedule 10-minute breaks. So you need to tell me how they are conducting the examination. The exam clock stops after you have answered questions from 1 to 34. See, this is the break time, 1 to 34. After 1 to 34 you'll be having 10 minutes of break, and another section starts again with 1 to 34 question. I think yes, you will be no longer, yes, you may choose to decline the schedule break. Yeah, if you don't want to continue the break, if you don't want to take the break, you can immediately stop the break and immediately you can resume your examination too. If you choose not to take the scheduled break, adhering to all security protocols, you'll be readmitted to the testing room once cleared by personnel. If you see, all these are applicable only for in-person examination. For remote based, you'll be having other criteria. 35 to 67, complete a review of answers and acknowledge. You'll be offered another scheduled 10-minute break. See, they have bifurcated in this way. 1 to 34 is one set, first set, and another set is 35 to 67. This is second set. The same rules apply, you will no longer be accessed. Okay, you may choose to decline the scheduled break, and 68 to 100. This is your final set of your examination, third set. See, this is how they have categorized. 1 to 34 will be a first set, and 35 to 67 will be a second set, and 60 to 100 will be a third set. So in between these two gap, you will be having 10 minutes of break. Okay, that's it. All these are scheduled breaks, and unscheduled breaks are only for the person who is attending at PSI exam center. All these are self-explanatory, no worries. We have something called remote testing break policy. If you choose to take the scheduled break and you're testing remotely, you may leave the testing room. See, this for you, this is for you, remote testing break policy. You need to look at this. You may leave the testing room adhering to all security protocols and readmitted to testing once you are cleared by PSI personnel. If you are interested to continue with the break before taking up the actual examination, again you have to show and you have to follow all sort of certain, camera requirements and all, and you have to show the same to them, and then only you are allowed to take the next set. If you have not written and started the next session of the exam prior to the expiration of the 10 minutes, the exam clock will restart. Yes, this is one more important point. Imagine you are not returning within a span of this 10 minutes. Automatically the next section will start continuing. Automatically the next 35 to 67, right? This 35 to 67 second set will start immediately if you are not returning within the 10 minutes of break time. That is a very big issue. Do not try attempting this, because you will be in a hurry mode and you can't even concentrate properly if you are not coming within a span of 10 minutes, because they'll be checking each and everything, and we don't know how PSI will monitor this, because if you are not coming back within the time of 10 minutes, imagine what if they stop the examination, or if they have any kind of issue with the candidate who is appearing in front of the examination. See, there are multiple risks involved in this, so do not take any kind of risk. Please be very much cautious in each and every minute for that particular 4 hours. You must check back in and show your identification to the test proctor and be readmitted to the testing event. So this process is included in the 10-minute break. That means, actually speaking, you'll be having only 5 minutes of break, and the next 5 minutes will be for readmitting you into the examination again. Unscheduled breaks, you cannot leave the testing room or leave camera view. If you leave the room or leave the camera view, your test will be terminated. See, it is very simple. Imagine before the break time, if you're leaving the camera, if you're moving out of their focus, immediately your examination will be terminated. Irrespective of any situation, irrespective of any emergency, your examination will be terminated then and there. So you have to be very careful on this. Any break that goes beyond 30 minutes will result in your testing. Yes, if you're not returning back within a time span of 30 minutes. After the 10 minutes actual break, then your exam will be terminated. Test center regulations is not for us, don't worry. All these are for the persons who is going directly to the exam center. And please do not have any kind of ornaments also, like in this for your safety. I'm telling you this to be in a safer side, gold chain or whatever it is, any kind of ornaments for that matter. I don't think so that is a big problem, but still to be in a safer zone, do not have your watch also in your hand. Everything will be on screen, including the timing too, you can see that. So do not have anything in your hand, and even do not have your water bottle also with you. I don't know how the PSI will take in case if you are just if you want to drink water and all, in case if they are considering that you are moving out of the focus. So I sincerely request you, do not take any kind of attempts. All these are for them, not for us. Test question types and content outlines. See how your question type should be. This is even more important because there are 3 categories. Your question types will be direct question. One is direct question, they'll be asking you directly. This is one of the most easiest MCQ. And incomplete sentence, this is like fill in the blanks. This is also more of a direct only, but this you need to be very careful here. All of the following except, we might get confused here, so you have to be very much careful here. Yeah, and this is also important. You will be having 85 score based questions, MCQs, and 15 would be unscore based. As I have already told you, one part will be score based and the another part will be experimental based. So the remaining 15 questions is experimental based, wherein even if you don't answer correctly for this 15 questions, your marks are safe. Okay, we don't need to worry about this 15 experimental questions because your examination scores will not be affected if you are answering incorrectly. But one thing, we don't know what are all the questions falls under this score based and what are all the questions will fall under experimental based. So you need to be very careful in each and every question up to 100 MCQs. Just focus and read the question twice and eliminate 50-50 rule. Take the 50-50 rule and eliminate the options and arrive at the final answer. This is what my strategy was. I used this and I have cleared it as earlier as possible. As I already told you, I cleared this within a span of 2.5 hours for my part 2 paper. So just follow the same. Use that 50-50 rule. That will definitely help you because 2 answers will definitely not related to the question. Examination content outlines for part 1 paper, all these are included in your examination. You will be getting questions from all these syllabus or topics or headings, whatever it is. All these are included in your part 1. And for income and assets, all these falls under part 1 paper. Everything, property, real and personal, adjustments to income, taxes and credits, taxation. Don't worry, just go through all this after the class session. Everything is based on part 1 paper, and similarly they have given for part 2 also. Just go through this, definitely it will help you, and just see the weightage from where they are going to ask. That weightage will definitely help you. I sincerely request you that not to omit any single topic also, not to omit any one topic or any one section also for that matter. It is very important. Do not omit anything because IRS may ask or test the MCQs anywhere from your regulations also. So we don't know from where they will be asking. So you need to be prepared for every MCQ. And one advantage that we have is we don't have negative marking. I was thinking that whether PSI will bring this kind of negative marking system, but as far as I know, there is no negative marking. So you are free from this negative marking rule. Don't worry, you can go through all this part 2 and part 3 contents and all later. Here we have something with respect to the examination results. After completing an examination, your screen will display this pass or fail message. So this test scores are confidential and will be revealed only to you and the IRS. In addition, you will receive an email confirmation from PSI containing your score report. That means what? As soon as you complete the 100 MCQs, there will be one option called as finish test. After that, within a span of 2 minutes, you can able to see your result immediately containing pass or fail message. Hopefully you will score pass. That's it. There is no room for getting fail at all. This is eliminated. So you will be falling only under this category. So do not worry about that. Navigate to the manuscript. See, all these are instructions for checking your score report in PSI website. Okay. And we have scaled scores. What do you mean by scaled scores? This is for PSI. Can you able to see the screen, or do you want me to zoom this? Is this okay enough? Hope this is okay. Hope this is fine. See, scale scores are nothing but your scores will be calculated between a grade of 200 to 800. So by calculating the number of questions answered correctly from the total questions in the examination, and they will convert automatically between this scale range 200 to 800. The IRS has set the passing score at 500. Out of 800, you need to score 500. This is your passing marks. If you score even 499, obviously you will see this result in your monitor. So don't worry, we will not be falling under this ever. So our score will be always above 500. Okay, which corresponds to a minimum level of knowledge deemed acceptable by those persons for practicing before IRS. If you pass, the score report will show a passing designation. It will not show a score. All scores value above passing indicate that a candidate is qualified. Okay. See, if you have cleared the paper, you will be having only this pass result in your monitor. This will be only visible in your scorecard also. You will not get any kind of marks. But if you fail, the same report will be given to you, and they will also tell you in which areas you are very weak and where to concentrate more. Rescheduling failed examination parts. See, after getting your result, if you want to take up the same paper, again you need to process, again you need to follow the same step as how you are booking the new exam. That's all. Candidates who pass a part of the examination can carry over a passing score up to 3 years from the date they part the. See, it's very simple. For example, if you're clearing part 2 paper in 28th of July, from here, July 2026 for that matter, 27, 28, 29, you need to clear the remaining part 2, part 1 and part 3 before 28th July 2029. That's all. So before this period, you need to complete all the 3 papers. See, part 1, they have passed on November 15, 2025. Subsequently, candidate passed part 1, Feb 15, 2026. Candidate has until November 2028. This will be calculated based on here 26, 27 and 28. So imagine that after completing your first paper, you will be having 3 years of time limit for clearing the remaining 2 papers. That candidate, yes, has until November 15, 2028. Pass the remaining part, otherwise the candidate, yes, if you're not clearing before the timeline, you will lose the credit on for already cleared paper also. You will lose the credit for already passed paper. So do not fall into that kind of risk. I think we are done. Oh. Applying for enrollment. So this is the last part. After clearing all 3 papers, immediately the next step what you want to do is you need to apply form 23 with IRS with $140. This is your application fee for applying this form 23 for getting your EA license number. That's it. Clear? Hope you are clear with all these kind of informations. Just go through after the session and see clearly so that you will be having a very in-depth knowledge before booking the exam slots And the first and foremost thing you need to do is kindly get your PTIN number. I thought you people might have received the PTIN number. Please go and get your PTIN number. That is very important. Okay. If you have any queries, please post it in the comment box. We'll discuss on the same.